Well, well, well. The Iceman cometh. Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. Now, I don't know how many motherfucking times I'm gonna keep doing this shit, about saying I'd return for like 1 year and then I take a year or two off of YouTube and just focus on myself and shit. Like everyone's got their own fucking personal lives. I don't just listen to a lot of fucking music and make hip hop joints. I have a life too. Okay, so some people have a problem with that, and that's okay. To the ones that are still subscribed to my channel, well, I'm gonna keep making videos for y'all. So yeah, man. Oh, shit. This is a brilliant day for hip hop. Let me tell you something. Okay, before I get into the topic of this video, which is this album, no, these albums, because for whatever reason Drake decided to drop 3 albums on the same fucking night when no one even asked for them. But that's neither here nor there. It's K9 Senses, aka the king of rapping, the king of hip hop, the realest rapper on the internet, the 100% fact spitter, the high minded adept, the one with the best taste, the king of flow, the king of wordplay, and the one who is better than your favorite rapper in every way is back. And has once again returned to deliver the greatness. Shout out to all the people that are still subscribed to my channel. I've been doing this for 6 years now, bro. 6 years. And I also just dropped a new mixtape on my channel. It's called Hell Hath Frozen Over. I took a new direction in my music, and y'all should check it out. I'll leave it in the description. But yeah, let's talk about Drake for a second, bro. Now, I used to love Drake back in the day. Drake, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, and T.I. were on my radio rotation. I would create a whole playlist in high school on Spotify with these rappers in them. Like post like not post, but pre 808s and Heartbreak, Kanye, like the Graduation series, the Carter 2 and the Carter 3 were dope by Lil Wayne. T.I. would release Paper Trail as well as King. Those albums were absolutely banging in the late 2000s, bro. And then that was at the same time when Drake came onto the scene, and I will give it to him. Take Care and Thank Me Later are great albums because that was at a time when Drake was really, really hungry and was starving for success and was actually killing it in his music. He displayed an incredible amount of versatility and his rapping ability, especially when it was brought on by Lil Wayne. If it weren't for Lil Wayne, we wouldn't get Drake today, and that's just a fact. Spit nothing but the truth and the facts. That's why I am highly revered as one of the best music review channels in here. Just don't look at that subscribe count. Just don't. Trying to get it up to at least 1,000. But hey, y'all should be subscribed right fucking now. What the hell are y'all doing? Anyway, nothing was the same was alright. There were just a few songs that really got on my nerves, especially the start from the bottom. Now we like, bro. No, you didn't. You didn't start from the bottom. You lived off the wealth of your fucking parents. So what the hell is you talking about? You were under Degrassi for like the longest time before you decided to go big. Like, fuck is you saying, B? And then More Life and Views came out, and I was like, yeah, it's whatever. It's more pop appeal, formulaic, but I didn't mind it. And then came Scorpion. Scorpion came out the month after Pusha T released that absolute bombshell of a diss track and Story of Adidon. If it weren't for that diss track, we wouldn't even know about Adonis. Although we could have... Here's the thing. Drake could have introduced Adonis to the world kind of like way later in his career, but because that track happened, we wouldn't know about Adonis. We wouldn't know about it. But Scorpion, man, Scorpion was just bad, bro. It was bad. Most of the tracks were skips. They were mid. I can literally, and not to mention, it was a double album for no fucking reason, and the songs were overly long, 20 plus tracks. Every track sounded like the fucking same. And Ratchet Happy Birthday is one of Drake's worst songs of all time. I haven't listened to that track in a long time, and for good reason. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's the closest thing to a 0 out of 10 track you could possibly get from Drake. But anyway, Dark Lane demo tapes, it was alright. Could have been better, it could have been worse. I'm just glad it wasn't Scorpion. Certified Lover Boy, you guys know how I feel about that fucking shitty album. Okay, I take it back. It's not shitty. It's just mid for the most part. There are a couple, like, it started good, and then we all know about the third track, the Girls Like Girls with Lil Baby, where he's like, say you're a lesbian girl, me too. Okay, for those who don't know, I did an IG live session reacting to the whole album, and by the time I got to that bar, I shut the whole shit off. I was like, bro, this is trash. This is some ass, bro. Ass. But, yeah, and then Her Loss, which is the collab album with 21, and yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's just, do your thing, 21. Can you do something for me? Like, bro, get your zesty ass the fuck out of here, Drake. Who the fuck do you think you are? Drake. Aubrey Graham. For All the Dogs came out, I believe, the year after that. It was like 2023. And bro, that might be, at the time, Drake's worst album. It was so bad. It was so bad. It only had one good song, and of course, it was a song where J. Cole absolutely carried. And it's so ironic how Drake started off the song was like, biggest of what? Biggest Super Bowl, when he didn't even perform at the Super Bowl. Instead, it was the guy who he had beef with that humiliated him on the world's biggest stage. But we're going to talk about that later. So yeah, Drake decided to delay a new album called Iceman, and at long last, the Iceman cometh. It is here. Let's talk about Drake's newest album, Iceman, along with two other albums that not only did not need to be made, but did not need to be released from the general fucking public. Seriously, like, what are these albums? Maid of Honor and HABIBTI sounds like a baby trying to say its first fucking words. Wouldn't be surprised because Future is also on one of these songs, and you know, Future is over 40 now and still yet to hear his first fucking words, but that's neither here nor there. I'll listen to some Future any fucking day over some of the garbage ass fucking artists that have come out that I refuse to talk about on my channel, but till now, because they're that bad. Like Ice Spice, Sexy Red. Oh, they are so bad. But yeah, before I get into Iceman, I just want to say, bro, the first album, Maid of Honor, sucks cock and balls. And oh my god, before I even get to the lyrics and this shit, like, what are these fucking beat switches? Like, not only do they sound forced as fuck, but they sound so bad. They sound so motherfucking bad, bro. How do you have this much money at your disposal and yet you choose these whack-ass beats? You need to get your ears checked, Drake. You need to get your ears checked. I know you got millions of dollars hanging out your ass. I know you're one of the richest rappers out there. I know you're associated with like brand deals and shit, but can you please get your ears checked? Because all of these beats are fucking boring. And that's before we even get to the fucking lyrics. This man Drake literally said, "Girl, you deserve more than 2 fingers inside." Like, bruh, that's one of the first lyrics I hear on one of the first songs of this trifecta of horse shit. No, really think about it, bro. If you were a girl, right, and some random guy came up to you and said, "Girl, you deserve more than 2 fingers inside." Like, excuse my French, but are they supposed to take that as a fucking compliment? Are they supposed to blush and literally soak through their fucking pants? Like, what are we even doing? Like, any normal woman would would hear that and instantly bitch slap you. Twice. Actually, no, more than twice. There's also a song called BBW, and half of that beat goes retarded, and not like retarded like this shit goes so hard it's retarded. No, like Down syndrome retarded, and that has no insult to anyone who has Down syndrome, but that's what I'm gonna call it. And oh my god, bro, why do we have not one but two songs featuring Sexy Red? Sexy Red is terrible. She might go down as the worst rapper of the 21st century. I ain't never heard some sorry ass music like hers ever. You know, I have said maybe in the past that there will never be a rapper like Soulja Boy. No. Well, yes and no. There's someone worse than Soulja Boy. Matter of fact, I'd much rather listen to fucking Ice JJ Fish or JJ Icefish, whatever the fuck his name is, and that's ball knowledge for all y'all. But anyway, but yeah. Meanwhile, the second album, while it's not much better, it's still bad. Like I give these two albums like a 3, maybe even a 4 out of 10 at best. Like all of these tracks are just very forgettable. Like if you really listen to what Drake is saying, he's saying a whole lot of nothing. They're fucking throwaway albums. They're throwaway albums just to fucking waste your time. I know this track, not this track, fuck. These albums are like 11 to 13 songs each, but that's still a lot of fucking hip hop. Still a lot of hip hop and pointless, bland filler R&B. Now we're gonna get into Iceman, the long-awaited album from one of the GOATs y'all claim. First of all, let me just get into the fucking lyrics. Now, I'm not gonna name a shit ton of these lyrics because there are a shit ton of bad bars. These are just the ones that I've just, listened to and picked out from the start. The first time I listened to this album, yes, I listened to this album more than once because I fucking hate myself. But yeah, he literally says, bruh, he said it hurts like the Philly Eagles. Get it? Because Jalen Hurts, he plays for the Eagles. Did you like that? My homie, my brother in Christ, I literally said one of these types of play on words in one of my songs. You should really check it out. Again, link in the description, but that's neither here nor there. And this motherfucker literally said he's like measuring dick sizes in millimeters. Like, what the fuck? First of all, this ain't even the first time he's brought up shit like this. After all, he did bring up his leaked video of him showing his dick to the fucking public on a song, which I'm not even gonna talk about it. It's ass, but whatever. I will give him credit though. There is one decent bar. He said my sixth sense is kicking in because all I hear is people that are dead to me. I'm like, that's a good bar. Why am I not hearing bars like that on the rest of the album? Matter of fact, here's what pisses me off. The rest of these tracks are fucking throwaway. The one song that I really liked was What Did I Miss? Why? Because there was so much energy packed into that song and it made me actually look forward to a fucking Drake album again. This is the first time I was actually looking forward to a Drake album in years. And what does Drake do? Like I said from the fucking start, he fucking disappoints me. He disappoints me. Matter of fact, he disappointed everyone. I am seeing more people shit on this album more than people liking it. And the people that do like it either are Drake fans or just casuals that have only listened to like 10 rappers in their entire existence. Oh, but Drake doesn't know you exist, you're just a hater. Well, guess what? He doesn't even know you exist. The only people he acknowledges are minors and his accomplices. that they were cool with him, but he dissed him. And again, the rest of the lyrics, the rest of these lyrics are just fucking. They either range from filler or they're sneak disses. Like my brother in Christ, we're in the Big 2-6, and Drake still hasn't gotten over Kendrick Lamar. Like, who really lost the beef? When you're still talking about Kendrick to this fucking day in the most petty ways imaginable, bro. That's how I know you lost the beef. And bro, this ain't even the first time this goes on. He throws shades at LeBron James, and he says, "Oh well, it's funny I see you in that arena at the Pop Out show because you made a career of switching teams." Okay, well, how about Kevin Durant, who has been a known Drake supporter, and he literally has been known for switching teams. That's how the Golden State Warriors in the late 2010s became a fucking dynasty. So I find that line being extremely hypocritical. And not only that, this album just feels hollow. It feels bleak. Like 18 tracks, over an hour. This is what people got fucking excited about? This is what people were jumping up and down the second it got leaked to the public? Bro, I'd be disappointed. I'd be so disappointed. Matter of fact, let me bring it back to Kendrick, because let me say something. The Heart Part 6 was like the biggest white flag out of any diss battle I've ever fucking seen. And I did break down the beef on my channel a while back, so yeah, feel free to check out that video too. But let me tell you something. Just let me tell you something point blank, bro, before I lose my shit. If Drake really, really won the beef, right? Would he still be talking about Kendrick? Because any normal person, it's like a breakup. Once you get over that person, or if you end up breaking with that one person in a relationship, you move on from it and you never talk about that person again. However, the person on the receiving end of a breakup, is crying, as they should. I mean, it's a normal reaction. Like, if you cry for like 1 or 2 days, fine, I've been there. But if all you do is keep talking about it for years on end, even to your friends, to your family, it's like, bro, get over yourself. Get the fuck over yourself, bro. Like, sorry, but the same dude, right? Also dissed Kid Cudi back in 2016. I think it was a track called what, Two Birds with One Stone. He literally was mocking Kid Cudi's mental state while he was in rehab. Granted, this was 10 years ago, back in 2016, which may feel like a lifetime to y'all. But at the same time, it's like, bro, these casuals have a very, very, very short attention span. They have a very short attention span. How long? Oh God, 19 minutes, bro. This is going to be a long-ass video. This video might be longer than my new mixtape that I just dropped. And I don't care. And don't you guys dare fucking... To any Drake fans in the comment section that are like, oh, but K9, he sold this many records and... Miss me with the marketing shit. I'm not here for that. If you want to bring that to someone else's attention, do that to someone else. I'm not here for it. Like, sales do not equate to how good the music is 90% of the time. Oh, but K9, man, come on, man, come on. He's got this many monthly listeners on Spotify, and all of his albums are #1 on the Billboard charts. I don't care. The only thing I give a damn about is the music. And if it can't provide me with good music, then I'm not gonna say it's good music. And vice versa. Like, what do you want from me? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and people are looking at me and talking to me like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They always want to label me as a fucking hater when I guarantee I've listened to more hip hop than you, and I know artists that you probably don't even know they exist. You stay in this bubble. You stay in this echo chamber of just listening to mainstream shit. This is literally what I've been talking about on my channel for God knows how long now. Sales do not equate to the quality of the music. If that were the case, guess what? Lil Pump has sold a shit ton of records and had a shit ton of monthly listeners on Spotify for one point. Are we labeling Gucci Gang as one of the best songs of all time? Are we gonna label Sicko Mode by with Travis Scott one of the best songs? Is over a billion streams. Like what the fuck are we even talking about? What are we doing, hip hop? What the fuck are we doing? Like the number of Drake fans that commented me, that mentioned me in my comments on Instagram. And granted, I should, I had it coming. I just had to educate a couple of them. And bro, if this was old Drake, he wouldn't have made this shit. Let me tell you why. Because after 2013, he started winning Grammys. He started dominating Billboard. He started winning Junos. He started winning. He started getting all of this fame, and all of it got to his head. Matter of fact, the Meek Mill beef was, in my opinion, was when it really started to fuck with his head. Because Meek Mill was a fucking cream puff. Meek Mill is not a top tier rapper like Kendrick Lamar was, like Pusha T was. This dude wasn't even battle tested. When he said that Meek Mill got bodied by a singing artist, I'm not even gonna say the word. Like, bro, I couldn't agree more. And I'm usually not on Drake's side, but yeah, he took care of business against Meek Mill because Meek Mill is not even good. But that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about Drake, not Meek Mill, but you kind of get the correlation, right? I'm trying to draw a parallel between the beefs, right? Ever since he decided to fucking diss Pusha and especially Kid Cudi in 2016, he thought he was on top of the fucking world. And then what happened? He got fucking humbled. Not once, but twice by objectively better and more respected rappers, bro. When Kendrick Lamar dropped an absolute bomb and Meet the Grams 30 minutes after Family Matters dropped, when he brings up the pedophilia shit, that is actual video proof of Drake kissing an underage girl, 17 years old, on stage, on the lips, when he was just 23 years old, right? When you get suspicious and uncomfortable moments from Millie Bobby Brown, who is also a minor, that Drake texted over time. When Drake is constantly playing defense, right? When Drake is constantly playing defense on the Heart Part 6 after Not Like Us dropped. Hell, when Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us at the goddamn Super Bowl with the whole with Serena Williams doing the sea walk and everyone in the chants saying minor. Who really lost the beef? Who really lost the beef? Oh yeah, that's right. It was Drake. Aubrey Graham. That's who lost the beef. And I keep seeing all these casuals that are like, bruh, stop. Kendrick is trash. Everything that I'm hearing from Drake is true. Kendrick's a wife beater when there's no evidence. When one of Kendrick's kids ain't his, fucking Dave Free and Whitney came out and immediately denounced that claim. So nice try. Nice try. Google is free, bro. Google is free while Kendrick lives in your head rent free. Ain't that some shit? Like, there's more dirt on Drake than anything, than there is anything on Kendrick. Like, bro, there is like at least one small like crumb of dirt on Kendrick's shoulder. Meanwhile, Drake, there's like he's literally covered. He's buried. He's buried in it, 6 feet under, bro. And Drake, I'm sorry, if you were too respected, you wouldn't have Kendrick and all these other rappers like Rick Ross even putting diss records on your ass. So good try. And you can't pedal back and say, "Oh, it's a 20v1. I'm facing again." If you were too respected, and again, he also threw a shade at ASAP Rocky because he's still not over Rihanna smashing ASAP Rocky and having 2 kids. Like, bro, how on earth is it a flex on hitting her once, never fucking her again, before Rocky, again, another more respected rapper, he goes on and has kids with the woman you smashed? Think about that for a minute. Just some food for thought. But yeah, overall, man, this album, Iceman, was disappointing. It was mid. It was trash. All the beats sound the same. It's lyrically corny. And I'm not saying Drake cannot rap at all. Like, there are some tracks on here that are fine, but they're very few and far between compared to the rest of the fucking avalanche of mediocrity that I had to fucking stomach through. And this was after I had to listen to those piss poor excuses of those albums. And the worst part about it is Drake didn't even need to do those. Like, literally at the 11th hour, he was like, "Oh shit, you know what? I'm not just gonna release one, I'm not gonna release two, but I'm gonna release 3 albums on the same night." Like, you couldn't even at least space it out. You couldn't have at least released one or two of those albums like a week or two prior, just to get us kind of hyped. Like, put out an EP like you did for Scary Hours. Why waste the time? Why waste the time? Except you're gonna use this to gain fucking streams on Spotify, because the more shit you put out and the less effort you put in, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yet you want to fucking claim that Kendrick bought a shit ton of bots to get Not Like Us up on the charts. Like, are we being dead ass? You are the biggest hypocrite in hip hop, Drake. Aubrey Graham. And yes, I'm going to keep referring to that name because literally, you are the biggest fraud in hip hop. You're chauvinistic. You always claim that you're like this big shot when really you don't really amount to shit, except, you are one of the most successful rappers of the platform. You know what? Yeah, you are. That's a fact. I mean, Views even sold like what, 1 million copies in its first week in 2016, which is great stuff. But again, the people that buy your shit are casuals. Real hip hop fans such as myself will go out of their way to listen to Conway or Benny or Graph, West Side Gun, hell, even Vinny Paz. Like, these are rappers, underground rappers that not only have existed for Vinny Paz existed for the longest time, but I'm just using him as an example. For the longest time, they have come out with a lot of albums on a consistent basis, and they get better and better with each release, and they've been rapping for 30 plus years. So I don't want to hear any of this excuse of, "Oh, well, he's put out so many albums." Yeah, well, ask Lil Wayne about that. He put out so many projects, and you can notice a sharp decline from Carter 3 to I'm Not a Human Being 2. You could see that. And same thing with Drake. Drake, this literally is just quantity over quality. Like, I got like 2 or 3 songs out of 18 tracks, and some of these literally could have been shaven off. You couldn't have cut it down to like 14, maybe even 15 tracks, less than an hour. I have nothing left to say. I'm just fucking disappointed, bro. I'm just disappointed. When I put in more, when someone like me, a no name, puts in more effort in his fucking project and his mixtape, which you should check it out. That shit is free, by the way. Feel free to leave your love and your hate. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. I love new subscribers. After all, I'm back from a very long hiatus. This shit is nothing new. This shit is nothing new. It's the same fucking album each fucking time, and I'm sick of this shit. You know, Drake fans may appreciate it, but again, they probably only listen to Drake. They don't listen to hundreds and hundreds of rappers like I do. Anyway, man, it's gonna be it. Not even gonna have an outro. I'm not even gonna have music playing in the background like I usually do with some of my videos. Not even gonna have like a slideshow or anything. Not even anything. Just fucking disappointed, bro. Drake, you're better than this. You seriously are, bro.